weekly vlog my ass. This has become more of a monthly vlog. Whatever. Welcome to vlog number 9. It's fine if I do it once a month, right? That's what weekly vlogs are all about. Alright, so I've been working for TNG for 2.5 months now. And I would say that I've settled in. And since the last video has been so negative, I want to make a video on things that I improved. Like things I did to make my life better. So, as you might remember, I had problems with my wrists. My Strecksehnen were inflamed. So I got myself an ergonomic mouse and keyboard such that this doesn't happen again. Here we go. I hope that this combination will help my hands not to be inflamed anymore. It definitely got better, but it's also not 100% good yet, so I still feel it. Especially after a long day of work, I still feel it. I also got myself a posture corrector. I am gonna undress for you, because I want to show you something. Because if I'm sitting in front of the computer all day being like, typey, 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 type, you know, this is not good. So I got a thing that stretches my shoulders back at least. Yes, it drags my shoulders back a little. Not enough. Like I don't have a very straight posture. And my main problem, I feel like because of that, my neck is even more forward. I mean, I'm not sure if it actually, you know, has an effect, but it certainly has that effect that I think about it and that I think about my posture and then I try, you know, sit upright. Another central aspect of work is the lunch break, because you need to eat. And I've heard from my colleagues that the canteen that we go to each day is actually really good compared to other canteens that they've been to. But for me, I used to cook for myself every day. So it's like, let's put it like that. I wasn't particularly happy because the selection that they have is not always suitable for me. On the one hand, I can't eat anything with milk because I'm lactose intolerant, and the less lactose I eat, the more intolerant I become. So at that point, I'm just not eating milk products at all anymore. And also recently I started not eating meat anymore, especially when it comes to, you know, the mass production kind of meat that they have in canteens when they order shit tons of meat. I just don't want to support that, so I don't want to eat meat. I did eat meat at the Christmas party of Soul Food Delight, but just because there was one additional portion served that nobody ordered. So we got it for free, but everybody was already full, so I was like, oh, alright, fine, I eat it. And then I was super full. It's not that I don't eat meat, just don't want to buy or order meat anymore, right? I already got myself those B12 tablets. It's actually more than that, it's the whole B vitamin range that I take sometimes. For instance, now, coming to think of that. Yeah, because if you don't eat meat, you need B12. So no lactose, no meat. That basically means I can only eat the vegan dishes. Welcome to the canteen where we have meat, more meat, and a vegan dish. Yay! But it's like Thai curry, and you know who likes curry, not me. I mean, the canteen really is not that bad. Sometimes they have vegan dishes, but not every day. Yeah, I used to complain about that. Today, there were 2 nice vegetarian dishes. One, however, was sweet and sour and I don't like that taste. The other one was basically a dessert. So I don't want to have that for lunch. And so I had to go with the third option, which was again meat. And then I went for the meat and then I felt bad about it. The poor chicken who have to die and first live a horrible life just so I can eat meat. Yeah, it was just not good. But I found a strategy, a great strategy, because every day they have a salad buffet. Here's the strategy for if you don't find any of the main dishes. A, you take a salad, a small salad. You fill it as well as you possibly can. Then you take a brezel in a separate bigger bowl. Then you put the salad into the bigger bowl. And then it's as if you have a big salad but you only paid half price. And so my new strategy is to just take a small salad. That's my lunch now. Like almost every day I eat the small salad. Ah, my grandma would be proud of me. I'm eating salad. Yeah, so things are getting better. I mean, I really like my work. I like my colleagues. We can just joke around. I like how flexible I am. If I just say, well, I need to go to that and that event. If I don't have a meeting at the same time, then it's fine. I like the flexibility. I really like the team. I really like how agile we are, deploying several times a day. It's cool. The only thing that I don't like is that it's too much front end. Like, I have to work with Angular and Bootstrap and I just don't like designing, and I just don't like the frameworks that we're using. Anyway, as long as it's not just that and I can also work on backend stuff, it's alright. Needs to be a good mix. I've also been on my first ever corporate event. Yes, the TNG Christmas party. That happened on the 5th. And for the first time ever, I saw how many people are working for TNG. We're more than 400 people. And if they're all in one place, it's impressive. Of course I didn't, video that. Company doesn't like that probably. But I did film an empty room. And that was also impressive. I don't know what this is. Oh no. Holy shit, this is fancy. Holy shit, this is way too fancy. You need so much space for fitting so many people. And also so much food. Yep, we're a lot of people. And I managed to blend in perfectly. Not. I especially like how everybody's wearing suits, or at least like shirts, and I'm here in my ultimate gear. Yeah, I mean, I came straight from work and I was wearing that at work. That's another thing that I really like about it. I can go there in whatever clothes and nobody cares. Whatever. Nobody told me that I need to be fancy for that. Besides, I don't even have a suit in Munich. It was fun though. We even went out afterwards. It's nice if the company pays for everything and you can just go out and have drinks and everything is paid for. It doesn't mean that I like going out. Alright, now we've been in P1 once. Don't need to do that again. Prefer to go out with friends and not drink anything except water on the toilet. 2 months in working at the customer, I kinda got used to it. Like most of the time, I actually enjoy working there. Unless I have to do front-end stuff that I really don't appreciate. But in general, I really like it. And I like to go to work each morning. And in the beginning, I was afraid that the 40 hours are just gonna be too much. But it turns out that 40 hours are not actually that much. Like, if you get used to it, it's not that much. It's just too much if you're doing 40 hours the exact same thing. But if you can change, if you have a diverse working environment, like if you once do this, then you work on a concept, and then you code a bit, and then you do planning, and then you have that meeting, then it's fine. Like, time passes by quickly. So it's not that 40 hours are too much. It's just that 7 days per week are not enough to do all the things that I would want to do. Whatever, but it's fine. I don't, I would still, like, if I would get the offer to downgrade to 30 hours, I would probably still do it, but it's not that I really need to have that. And in order for my work life to be diverse, I started doing stuff like helping out at interviews. Because TNG still hires people, and so they need people to be at the interviews. And I did that last week, and it was great. I enjoyed it a lot. It was in one of the newer offices on the 17th floor, with a great view. And I also enjoyed being part of the interview. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I would do that again, and I will do that again. And if you do that like once a week, then the 40 hours, I mean, we're limited to 10 hours per day anyway, so I'm not allowed to work more than 10 hours a day. And sometimes I actually have a problem with that. Like, sometimes I would want to work more, because I developed this habit of wanting to stay long at the company. If I work more than 8 hours per day, I feel good about myself, because that means that at some other day I can work less. However, the stupid thing is that I feel bad if I work less than 8 hours. Psychology. I'm stupid. So this has just become my new reality. I do have to work 8 hours each weekday. And if I work more, then that's good, because at some other point I can work less. Yeah, that has just become normal. In the beginning I thought, oh shit, I need to work. The alternative would be not to work. But that not working is not in my head anymore. I am working. So this is not an option. So I like to work long. It's really interesting how that changed in my brain. Yeah, I'm happy with it. In the morning it's okay because I'm still fit. Then in the afternoon I have a bit of a low because I just ate my salad and then just still coding. But then in the evening it gets like, oh yeah, I'm already after 8 hours and I'm still here. And then I'm super happy that I'm still there. Yeah, I enjoy my work. It's alright. Of course I don't enjoy everything. Front end. But it's cool. It's good. Sometimes I do leave early. For instance, when I have a singing lesson. I had my first singing lesson last week. That was also great. I just had my first singing lesson ever. Except for grammar school. Like learning the basics of how to breathe. So important. I need to breathe into the stomach. I mean, of course I breathe into the lungs, but you know, I need to have my stomach fall out. And when I sing, it needs to be like upright and as if I'm still breathing in. Or as if I'm scared, or if I'm like, oh, I just won the lottery. But I can't say it. Because I want to become a better singer and I have money now, so I can spend it on teachers. It's great. Love it. But speaking of singing, I had my first concert with Soul Food Delight. Actually 2 concerts already. I mean, they weren't like big concerts, but we were singing at train stations. One's at the Ostbahnhof and one's at the main station. I still don't know all of their songs, but I mean, I didn't have a microphone, so nobody heard me anyway. But it was nice to be part of it. At some point I will know the songs. Yeah, I just need to practice. Transition. But speaking of practice, I have been to a practice from Bake This. You know, that group.
It ain't no feat for them to cut out all the meat. Oh boy, they'll just be soy. Don't make a vegan angry, oh boy.
I mean, I enjoy their shows because they do a lot with music as well. I asked if I could potentially join the group, and they invited me to practice with them. And it was fun. It was great fun. Oh man, that was fun. Like legit fun. I laughed so much doing we did like short form improv games and we did like status work and it was storytelling. It's just so ridiculously funny. However, the next day I got an email which said, yeah, we're sorry, but at that point we can't offer to invite you again. And they made very clear that this is not because of a lack of improv skills, which is bad, because that just means that I suck as a person. Nah, it's just that we don't, you know. They appreciated my enthusiasm, but apparently I'm just not a good fit for the group, which in a way I can understand. Besides, I don't have times for their rehearsals anyway, because Mondays are my shag days. Excuses. Shag. Fun as always. What else has happened? You might have noticed that this ticket disappeared from the wall of stuff behind me. I was at a concert from Parov Stellar, and I didn't like it. Long story short, I mean, there's just a guy standing up there playing music. It doesn't really sound much different to when you just listen to it from the CD or something. It just wasn't a good live performance. There were people playing live and singing live, yes. It just doesn't compare to a concert of like Jeremy Loops or Walk of the Earth. I had no idea what the guy was doing there on his computer except for drinking beer and smoking. Typical Austrian. Not like I didn't enjoy it, but it was just not really worth it. So, in order to compensate for that, I bought tickets to another concert. This time, Caramel Palace. There we have them. There we have them. Oh, look at those nice tickets. And if that also sucks, then I will just not go to concerts anymore. On the same day that I will be the Rock That Swing festival that I also got tickets for. I could also. That's also gonna be fun. But yeah, that's future. Let's talk about the past. No, let's talk about the present. Because one of the things that I still struggle with is making friends. It's just, I mean, I know a lot of people, right? I have friends, aka colleagues in the Ultimate Club, in Improv societies, and in I have work colleagues. So I know people. I just don't have close friends. I just have no one that I can really talk to if I need someone. So I was thinking, how did I usually make friends? And in most of the cases it was like, I met the girl that I kinda liked and then it didn't work out and then we were friends. So on Tinder I went. And as predicted, after going on 2 dates with a girl, she friend-zoned me. Friends! I mean, that just wouldn't have worked anyway. I have a friend now. And I went to a medieval Christmas market with her. That was nice. She told me I buy an experience, right? So we bought an experience, not just sugar. It totally felt like I was in a D&D game or something. Welcome to a medieval Christmas market where I feel like in a D&D game where I can just go around and buy bows and spell books. And this must be the potion store. That's where you get armor and daggers. And this could be spell components. Of course we can't miss the jewelry. And dragon glasses. This is so great for a spell book, isn't it? But okay, I mean, okay, yes. But it also, I mean, I'm not against getting to know someone like romantically. That's just not working with Tinder. It's just no. So what do you do if Tinder doesn't work? Finally, I had my first bike accident. It was only a matter of time. That had to happen the way I cycle. But I would argue it's not even my fault. Like, because, I mean, I was just cycling. Somebody else cycled into me. And that's where her bike went into. So basically, at the last crossing, you know, it's a pretty big street. And so there's the people who turn right, and it's pretty long green. So I know that if I ride fast, I can still make the green. Okay, so I did, but it's also green for the cars who turn right. And there were some cars in front that stopped for other cyclists and they passed and the cars started to go again. And then there was a truck that was just coming the same way as the cars and was slowly going because he was waiting for a pedestrian. But the pedestrian also crossed and then the truck started to slowly go into the crossing where I had my bike lane, right? And it was still green for me, but since I was in the dead angle of the truck, because you know, the trucks don't see to the right downwards where I was coming from, I got a bit scared and I hit the brakes, coming to stand right in front of the crossing. Then I hear a more female scream of annoyance and I felt that somebody was bumping into me. And at first I thought she was like injured or something. I looked around, you okay? She was okay, I was okay, my bike was okay. I just dropped my light onto the crossing, I got that. And then I talked to her and she was actually super nice about it. She said, am I alright? And asked like several times, because I was always looking at my hand, your hand is alright? And in the end we then cycled together a little bit, and she offered, if something happens, can we, you know, do it with insurance just in case. And I understood it as she wants to give me her phone number. And you know, you don't just not take phone numbers off of girls, even though you're pretty sure that it's not a case for insurance, because I'm fine and my bike seems to be fine. But you know, I gave her my phone so she could give me her phone number. That was a fun experience. So yeah, that girl was super nice and seemed to be interested. I have a date, more or less. The girl I had a bike accident with. I asked her if she believes in fate, and she was like, well, maybe. And then I was like, I thought about you every morning when I passed the traffic light. And then she was like, yeah, I mean, we can go for a coffee at one point. And I was like, ha, I knew it. I knew that you want that. And then we went for a coffee at one point. And then that was that. I wasn't even friend zoned. She didn't want to do anything else. So I just suck as a person, apparently. So in order not to suck so much as a person, I went to workshop. I checked out Radical Honesty. I'm very disconnected from my emotions, I think. I went to an introduction event, and that was so cool because like you just are honest to people, and it's so interesting what happens then. Because there was another girl that I kind of fancied, and then I told her that, and then she was like, yeah, I can see that, I could also, but I'm a bit in there, because she had a boyfriend. So yeah, that didn't work out, but it was just good to see or feel that I don't suck as a person. And I liked that experience so much that I signed up for a weekend workshop, which cost me 350 euros, which is a lot of money, but I'm working now. I mean, that workshop is like a video series by itself. If you want me to make a video about that, then let me know in the comments. There are some things that I learned and some interesting experience that I made. Maybe just one thing about the workshop. One of the core principles of Radical Honesty is to say whatever you're thinking. And I had a good experience with that at the workshop, because there was a girl that I found very attractive, and so I had to tell her that. And then I also had to tell her that I would like to have sex with her, because that's just what you do at those workshops, right? You say what you think, and then you see how you feel about it. And since she didn't take that in a negative way, I saw that, interesting. Maybe that's something I can do more of. And so I tried it out, right? One day when I went to the gym and then to the swimming pool, I saw a girl. And one other time, yesterday, when I was at the dance event, like a social dance at the Vintage Club, there was actually a girl that I already met 6 years ago in London at the YouTube gathering. Haven't seen her since. And then I was like, I know you. At first I thought I don't know her, because I'm new in Munich and I definitely don't know her from here. But the more she talked, the more I was like, I do know you. And I did. We found out that this was fun. Anyway, I also told her that I fancy her. In the end, none of the two worked out because one of them had a boyfriend and the other one doesn't like guys. So yeah, but still two good experiences, because they didn't react like negatively on me saying that. So at some point it's gonna work, right? Or not, but you know, what do we have to lose? I was just afraid that I bother other people if I'm too direct. And those experiences now showed me that no, actually, as long as you're honest and don't play a player's routine, it's fine. Right? So I will try and continue being radically honest, at least to most people. In some environments, like work, I will still try and avoid being too direct. And I'll have to be a bit diplomatic and can't say, hey, you suck! Although they also suggested I do it in a professional context, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And I might take more of those radical honesty workshop classes thingies, but not yet. Because it is quite expensive. What else is new? I have a guitar now. Haha! You just need to go to a house party and take the guitar. First time I tried that, it didn't work. I love house parties, especially if you can use them with the guitar. A friend of mine who invited me to the party wanted to get rid of it for reasons, but then her roommate stopped me. So I had to go to a second house party, and then it worked, and I was able to take the guitar with me. Thank you, Yasmin, for gifting me your guitar. Maybe I should sing a song about it. Thank you for the guitar. For the guitar. But you know, like playing the guitar, I have the same problem as with my loop station. I usually just get home at like 10 and then it's too late because one of my roommates is already, or flatmates is already sleeping. Sometimes I get up early in the morning just so I can loop for 10 minutes. Oh, you don't wanna be late. Oh, you don't wanna be late. But yeah, actually, this is the #1 reason why I would like to change flats, such that I can just make music whenever. Which, on the other hand, is also not true because I will have neighbors, and if I start playing music at midnight, they will also not appreciate that. But at least with the loop station, I'm somewhat quiet. But not quite enough that you can sleep next door. And I did check out another flat. A colleague from TNG posted it. It's a nice flat. It has 2 big rooms for like 1,200 euros per month, which for Munich is an acceptable price. If I would make it a shared flat, then you would pay like 650 or something per person. 100 euros cheaper than this place, where we are 3 people. And have a tiny kitchen. And the other place has advantages. It's even more central, at least to the places that I usually go to. It's closer to my work, closer to the TNG office, and close to the city center. It's perfect, like. But it comes with other disadvantages, as in it's closer to a street. Still not very loud there, but the air is worse. And also, it's on the 1st floor, so you don't really have a nice view. And I started to really appreciate this view here. Holy fuck, right? I mean, I love that. Being on the 6th floor and just being able to look at the sky is super cool. Because if I look out the window and I just see another building, that's just not as nice. I'm not sure yet if I would wanna change for that. I did express interest, but I have to rethink it. Because I mean, I am very happy here actually. And I have everything that I need. I have a bed that doesn't cause back pain. A great view. I really enjoy my flatmate situation. It has become even better. Like when I moved in, I was living with two girls. And now I'm living with 2 boys. And the flat is actually a lot cleaner, even though we don't have a cleaning plan anymore. I love it. I just fucking love it. Actually, there is no good reason for me to change. I mean, it's a bit expensive, yes. I could find a cheaper place, but I mean, I work. I can afford a place like that. I could also afford a place for my own. Like, I could rent that place for myself for the 1,200 euros. Just then it's another 500 euros per month that I have less for other stuff, like another loop station. Because I want to buy another loop station, because then I could do even cooler stuff with loop stations. Speaking of loop stations and singing, I recently managed to sing harmonies with me. That's new. I didn't manage to do that before, but now it just suddenly works. It's so cool. I'm actually getting better at singing. I love it so much. And it's just fun with the loop station. And I really want to do shows again. That's another thing that's on my to-do list. Finding a spot where I can perform. I mean, yes, there's the Cave Comedy Club, but the next show will be in like February, mid-February. So 2 more months until there's a show. I would like to have like just a small place, like 10 to 20 people maximum that I can perform for. Just to, you know, such that I get a routine in performing. That's the thing that I'm excited about, right? Because my work is my work. That's what I do to get money. And the Loop Station improv thing, that's what my heart is in, right? But I could never make money with that. I'm happy with my work. I will find the time to loop and do stuff.
Pushing with my Loop Station. Pushing with my Loop Station. I do. Pushing with my Loop Station. You hear that? Pushing with my Loop Station. Pushing with my Loop Station. This it. Pushing with my Loop Station. Everybody now. Pushing with my Loop Station. You hear? Pushing with my Loop Station. Pushing with my Loop Station.
It's fine. I enjoy it. I like my life. I'm happy. And that's the most important thing, right? I mean, I can really be grateful. I can be grateful that I have a roof on top of my head. I can be grateful that I can afford a place like this in Munich. I can be grateful that I'm allowed to live in this city. I can be grateful that I'm healthy. Like, I don't have any sickness. Really, all the things that I complain about are just minor things that are really unnecessary to complain about. I will find friends eventually. Potentially even a girlfriend at some point. It would certainly make my life even better. But it's not that my life is any bad right now, so I think that's a good point to stop. And thank you for watching this video. And, of course, make your backup. And enjoy your life. I think that's what I want to say today. Yes, enjoy your life. The last videos might have had a negative vibe, but right now, I'm in a good place. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna play the guitar. Actually, I've never played the guitar. Let's play it. Thank you for the guitar. Thank you for the guitar. Thank you for the guitar. And now, with looping. 3, 2, 1, set. Whatever.
Thank you for the guitar. Thank you
For the guitar, for guitar, for the guitar.
For the guitar. For the guitar.
Thank you for the guitar. Thank you for the guitar. Thank you for the guitar. Thank you for the guitar. And I'll see you next time.